All right, we'll call the meeting to order. We have a quorum of 4 of 5 members. So let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Ms. Burns, will you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. Brandon, before we approve the agenda, can we approve it and delete the HR report item, or do we need to do that separately?
I would have the administration recommend removing the HR report portion and then approve the agenda as amended by the administration's recommendation.
All right, then. Dr. Moore is here, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Dr. Moore, will you recommend that, and then we'll have a motion and a vote?
Yes.
Just recommend.
I recommend that you remove the HR report.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve the agenda with the amendment of removing the HR report today.
And Mr. Smith, if you'll identify yourself.
This is Vice Chairman Ken Smith.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Mr. Smith has made a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second. Beth Burns.
All right, Ms. Burns has made a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ken
Burns.
Smith, aye.
So if you wouldn't mind doing a roll call
Okay.
vote.
All right, Ms. Burns is seconded, so Ms. Burns, we'll start with you.
Beth Burns, aye.
All right, Mr. Smith?
Aye.
All right, Mr. Smith is aye. Mr. George?
Aye.
All right, that's unanimous. Thank you. So, Brandon, now we need to approve the agenda as amended, correct?
That's correct, sir.
All right, we have a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Mr. Chairman, this is Beth Burns. I make a motion that we approve the agenda as amended.
All right, Ms. Burns has made a motion. Do we have a second?
Brad George, second.
All right, Mr. George is second. All right, Ms. Burns.
Aye.
All right, Mr. George.
Aye.
And Mr. Smith.
Aye.
All right, vote is unanimous. Thank you. North Carolina Virtual Public Schools, Dr. Aiken.
Yes, Mr. Chairman and members of the board, come with a recommendation to increase the number of slots that we're able to use with the North Carolina Virtual Public School. This is a regular resource that we use. The way that the system works is the Virtual Public School analyzes our enrollment and then each year forecasts ahead to the next year how many slots they think we will use. And they take that allotment straight out of our ADM before it normally ever hits us. This year, with the increasing number of students requesting online, Pender County Schools had already surpassed the original number of slots allotted to us by the North Carolina Virtual Public School. In the past week, I submitted 2 requests to expand the number of slots, and we have received confirmation that they will accommodate those. You see, the first request was to add 70 slots for the fall semester, 89 for the spring, and then 10 year-long slots. And then the second request was to add an additional 30 slots for the fall, 50 for the spring, and another 20 for the year-long slots. We're able to use our existing state textbook money because this obviously serves the same purpose in educating our students. Working with Ms. Chestnut, we have provided the letter that explains why we would want to make this transfer, and we satisfied that. So requesting that between the 2 things added together, approval to utilize $96,551 from our state textbook fund to purchase the additional slots for our students to be able to use online with the North Carolina Virtual Public School.
All right. Will that help alleviate some of the concerns that we've heard the last few days?
It will help in terms of providing additional platforms that the students can use. Most of these will be at the high school level, but we do have a number of 8th grade students that take high school courses, and this will help. Currently, the virtual public school only offers courses down to 8th grade, and in fact, that only started this year when they added 8th grade math and 8th grade ELA. They do have some additional electives, which will help both middle and high school. This primarily tries to provide additional support right now with the number of high school students that have already requested to go online, either through Apex, which we've already secured an unlimited use for, virtual public school, or the Pender Virtual Academy.
Okay, thank you. Any more questions for Dr. Aiken? All right, do we have a motion to approve this?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion. This is Beth Burns. I make a motion to approve the purchase of additional North Carolina Virtual Public School seats for the amount of $96,551 for both request 1 and 2.
All right, Ms. Burns has made a motion. Do we have a second?
Second motion.
That was Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith, second motion.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Mr. Smith has made a second. So, Ms. Burns.
Aye.
All right, Mr. Smith.
Aye.
And Mr. George.
Aye.
All right, vote is unanimous. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And I believe that's it. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Did I?
I was just saying thank you to the
Does
board.
anyone? Oh, thank you. All right. Does anyone have any questions or anything before we adjourn? All right. If not, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Mr. Chairman, this is Ken Smith. I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
All right. Mr. Smith's made a motion. Do we have a second?
Brad George, second.
Mr. George has made a second. Mr. Smith.
Aye.
Mr. George.
Aye.
And Ms. Burns.
Aye.
All right. Vote is unanimous. Thank you.
Thank you, board.